So I'm at it again, being neither here nor there, and this time it's time to tell you why the lekker nation of South Africa will definitely win the World Cup, and also why they have no hope in hell of getting it done in France. Simultaneously trip on that like button and lift it in sweet, sweet victory, and let's get all contradictory on South African rugby.
Distracted sports, don't mind if I do. This should be good. Oh, South Africa, okay, very nice.
Now, why do we always act like the loudest guy at the braai, the one with the strongest opinions, is right when he's talking shit to us? But in reality, behind his back, we all think he's full of cuck, and then bitch about him on the way home to our significant others. Yeah, that guy's a fucking piece of shit. Well, today I'm here to be that piece of shit at the party who gives their non-informed opinion like they were facts in this 2-part video. And you know what? You don't have to bitch to your missus on the way home about me. You can simply let me know what you think in the comments below. In the first part, I'm going to tell you why there is no way the Springboks will win the World Cup. And then, in the second part, I'm going to tell you why, inform you why, those lekker Boks will without a doubt defend their title as world champions. So, without further ado, let's take after your old man when he's had enough foreplay with your mum and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been sent here from the future to tell you that South Africa do not win the World Cup. There is more chance of the entire nation of South Africa converting to veganism than there is that they will defend the cup and remain world champions. There are many reasons, but firstly, they're not that good. At the end of 2019, they were the top ranked team in the world. Now they're 4th. Their winning percentage over the World Cup cycle is a mediocre 62.1%. And let's compare that to what has been described as the worst All Black team in the professional era's winning record, which is a comparatively not so shabby 71.1%. And for a team that finds himself in the pool of death on the side of death, they have lost 4 out of their last 4 games against the All Blacks, France and Ireland.
Everyone knows it's the ref's fault when we lose. Anthony.
And in the pool they have the dark horses Scotland, a team snapping at their heels in the world rankings, not to mention Tonga, a team stacked with some of the best attacking threats on the planet. So going on recent form, they have zero room for error to even exit their pool and make the quarters. South Africa has been travelling so badly over the past 12 months, their greatest achievement has been scraping a home series win against the worst Welsh team in the last 30 years. And to be fair, they were lucky to even do that. One of the major reasons for their decline is their predictable, stale style of play. Top teams know that if you can handle the Boks' high balls and survive their attempted battering up front, they will then play with all the attacking creativity of a gluten-free cracker, and you can launch your game from there, safe in the knowledge they won't ask you any other questions.
Tony.
South Africa has been travelling so badly over the past 12 months.
No.
Their greatest achievement has been scraping a
Love.
home series win.
Pack your shit. We're moving to New Zealand. Gonna get this fucking guy.
And despite having some of the best outside backs in the world, other than high balls, they are almost entirely ineffectual at constructing flowing backline moves to unleash their class out wide, and the likes of Lekanu Arm, Colby, Arendse and Moody have to live off 1 or 2 scrappy balls from broken play that may come their way in the course of a game. A big reason the Boks are unable to create or do this is they are so unstable at the key position of fly half. Their current crop of 10s are an odd bunch. Mani Labok is untested at that level, William Serra is just not up to that standard, Andre Pollard is injury prone and is currently injured, and Jan Cheese is a hound dog who can't help but put his pen in the company ink. In short, South Africa have the depth of an unraveled condom at 10. There's no safety there, no reliable second option you can count on to steady the ship, or a proven performer whose brilliance has been tested in the fire of Test rugby, let alone knockout World Cup footy. And trying to win a World Cup without a world-class number 10 is like trying to build a house made out of old underpads. It won't stand up, and it will definitely stink. Finally, there is a mathematical reason why the Boks won't win the World Cup. It's simply not their turn. Now, the Boks won their first cup in '95, their second in 2007, and their third in 2019. It's not a bad strike rate, to be fair. But there's a definite pattern. The Boks win every 12 years. So for you Bok fans, get hyped about 2031. Because in 2023, it's not your turn, and it's not going to happen. But yet, somehow every South African fan has a cult-like delusional faith that despite the many losses, lack of creativity, stars who are past their best, and having the reliability at 10 of a virgin trying not to prematurely ejaculate during his first sexual experience, and a string of losses against top sides they'll be facing, they still believe they will win Old Bill later in the year. It really is blind faith because all the signs point to South Africa being quarter-final fodder, if not tumbling out in the pools at the hands of the Scots. So, for all you Bok fans, I'll say it one more time because I know it's hard to hear me over the sound of you and your compatriots bitching about referees. Mark my words, South Africa will not win the World Cup.
No. Sheepshagger. Sheepshagger. Let me just...
Now it's time to flush whatever that was down the dunny and move on, because I'm here to tell you without a doubt why the great nation of South Africa, the current world champions, will undoubtedly retain the crown of champions and take the William Webb Ellis Trophy home. I am goddamn motherfucking positive! Damn.
I agree with that.
Number one, going into a World Cup, they are right where they want to be. They love being written off. And in every World Cup where they have taken the treats home, they have been considered rank outsiders. In '95, it was hoped that they may put up a good account of themselves, but were highly doubted to get past the class of the All Blacks and the Wallabies after spending so long in the international rugby wilderness. In 2007, in France, they were coming off a shocking World Cup in 2003 and were ranked 4th in the tournament as they are now, and weren't considered threats to the title against the raging hot All Blacks or the French in their home tournament. In 2019, they had an even worse ranking going into that tournament as the 5th ranked team heading in, and were given very little chance of rattling the trophy cabinet and being crowned champions. In all of those tournaments, they were outsiders, given little to no hope, but they still found a way to be champions. And here we are again. The Boks are ranked 4th. They're once again starting to be counted out. And you just know they revel in being underdogs. So, how does South Africa keep turning up trumps when the world counts them out in the most prestigious rugby tournament of all? Well, as Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park famously states, nature finds a way. And when it counts in the biggest games in the sport, South Africa finds a way.
Yeah. Go on. We are pretty good.
World Cups are always won by defence and teams who can hold their nerve whilst under enormous pressure. And the Boks are quite happy to play like a boa constrictor, applying more and more and more pressure as they suffocate opponents. Their style of allowing opponents to crumble and being there to take the treats when they're on offer is perfect for knockout footy. These are the attributes that have made them the most successful nation in Rugby World Cups. And yes, you sheep-shagging Kiwis, that includes me, they are the most successful nation. The All Blacks have 3 titles from 9 attempts, while the Boks have 3 titles from 7 attempts. A truly remarkable strike rate. The other thing that wins big games is big men winning the battle up front. And the Boks have the most formidable forward pack in the history of the game, with the likes of Marks, Mahalba, Kitshoff, Etzebeth, Dutoit. And when that lot grind you to your core, they bring on the bomb squad to take a shit on your head, then pass it off as ball wars as they force feed it back to you. As they bring on the likes of Manombe, Koch, the Viking Snyman, the ferocious Star Trek character Quagga Smith.
Yeah, the forwards. It's always in the forwards.
And finally, they are the only team in World Cup history to have never lost a World Cup final. This is truly remarkable, and I can assure you that when they once again inevitably make the final of this tournament, they will win their 4th title. They just do not lose finals. By the power of my slightly lower hanging left testicle, I can assure you that the Springboks will retain the World Cup in 2023 and once again be crowned champions!
This guy knows what he's talking about. Like and subscribe.
Alright, what a glass case of emotion that was. Let me know in the comments whether you think the Boks are going to get it done later in the year or not. A massive thank you to the man, the myth, the legend, Rian Lu for getting involved. He's your favourite rugby YouTuber's favourite rugby YouTuber. If you haven't checked out his channel, click on the link above or see his deets in the description below. And do yourself a favour and subscribe to his channel. It's f***ing awesome. Thank you so much for watching another one of my weird videos. Please like and subscribe. Give your dad a sack tap from me. Follow me on Twitter at Tones88. Be nice to each other, brothers and sisters. Haere rā. It's like trying to build a house made out of old underpads. It won't stand up, and it will definitely stink. And it will definitely smell of cock. And it will definitely smell of jizz.